Good afternoon on a beautiful, sunny, clear day on Goodman campus at J. David Walker Field at beautiful Lehigh University. Nothing better than a beautiful afternoon day with some Patriot League baseball between the Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the Holy Cross Crusaders. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alec Geskin. Alongside with me is Jackson Cramp, and producing today is CJ Bodner. And today we have a huge game between Lehigh and Holy Cross, and we say that because not just because because it's a Patriot League game. This is gonna have huge implications in the standings. And right now, Lehigh is unfortunately dead last in the Patriot League standings right now, at number 6, and I believe they're trailing Bucknell now at this point, and they're gonna need in order to even have a chance at the playoffs, they're gonna have to win out this weekend, and I believe next weekend as well.
Yeah, just for a quick update on those standings, Lehigh is they're 6-12 in Patriot League play, which is a whole 3 wins fewer than Bucknell, who's the place before them. For reference, Holy Cross is 9-9 in Patriot League play and 19-23 overall. Lehigh is 20-19-1 overall. So the records overall are somewhat close. In fact, Lehigh has a better win percentage when taking account all of the games played. But in Patriot League play, Lehigh has certainly struggled, only winning a third of our games so far.
Yeah, and again, the non-conference games, they're good in terms of a confidence boost, but in terms of getting the playoffs and winning the Patriot League, they effectively mean nothing. And for the last few years, Lehigh has been great in non-conference play, but has not been able to actually put it together during Patriot League play. But we'll see if they can end the playoff drought this weekend and get Holy Cross and be able to again one step at a time win this game.
Yeah, and it's worth noting in those out of conference games, some of them you could call tune-up games. They beat Michigan State as well as the University of Iowa, who at the time was 20th in the country. So yes, they may not count, but they certainly illustrate that this Lehigh team has some talent. I guess it's a little bit of a mystery right now where it's gone in Patriot League play, though.
Yeah, no, it's kind of bizarre because you beat teams like you just mentioned, and the argument has been that Lehigh oftentimes will have a weak non-conference schedule and not be able to beat those teams, but they really beat some good teams. So, and I think that gave people some confidence. They're like, maybe this could be a little different this year, but so far in Patriot play, they've actually been worse than they were last year. And I think that was a little surprising considering how much star power they had in their pitching staff. But however, that you also can mention the fact that it was derailed by injuries.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned the pitchers. Lehigh's got. I use this term tentatively, but Lehigh might have their ace on the mound today, in Cole Lehman, the sophomore, currently sporting a 2.36 ERA. And I think that might illustrate his performances better. He's got 9 earned runs in 9 total appearances.
Yeah, and again, like you mentioned, great stats there. They all originally starting off this year, Cole Lehman was their number 2 starter, and Alex Bouchard was their ace, but he got hurt pretty early on in the year with a serious elbow injury, and he has not been able to pitch at all since they've gone back on campus, and that's been. And you have to say that probably plays a huge role in why this team has not been able to keep their earned run average down, and they're having to go really deep in their bullpen, and that depth has not been there for them this year.
Well, and you mentioned the bullpen, and one of the problems is simply that they're having to go to the bullpen early and earlier. In their last game against Cairn, Lehigh went to the bullpen after the 2nd inning. And over a full course of the season, that's just not tenable. So definitely something we're going to look at today. If Cole Lehman can go a little bit further and give them a little bit more of a steady hand on the mound, which is possible, as his last outing was last weekend against Navy. He struck out 4 and pitched 5 total innings. So hopefully we'll see him go a bit further than what we saw from the Lehigh pitching staff against Cairn midweek.
Yeah, and again, they've tried using what some people like to call an opener, where the starter just goes an inning or two and they go right to the bullpen. Maybe have some pitch even a little longer than that, but I think it's been proven over and over again, and we see obviously Tampa Bay Rays doing this. They'll oftentimes use it, but and it might be very successful at first, but then oftentimes it wears down your pitching staff, and towards the end of the year, you might get some bumps in the road per se.
Well, and you also have to take into account the distance in terms of talent between major league starters and relievers is probably a lot smaller than what you may see in the college level between starters and relievers. And so that could play a part in terms of Lehigh wanting maybe to stretch their lineup a little bit with their injuries to Bouchard. But I think you might need to go a more traditional route, and I think that's what you're seeing today with Lehman. I'll just give you one more stat. So I mentioned he's got 9 earned runs in 9 innings, but he's got a 1-2 record. So he's going to be looking for some help from both his bullpen and from the hitting, which has definitely tapered off after out-of-conference play.
Yeah, and one player in particular who has been struggling a little bit lately is first baseman Justin Butler, who is rumored to be getting looked at by MLB scouts to start off the year and was great in non-conference play, but since we've gotten to Patriot League play, he's been slumping a little bit. The average now dropped to 265.
Yeah, and I mean, Butler's always going to be a slugger. He's still got a slugging percentage of 532, which is no mean feat. And he's got 9 home runs on the year. But you need a little bit more consistency out of him, and his lack of consistency is reflected by how he's been moved down to the 6th spot. He was batting cleanup last time I was here. So I'm sure he's looking to get going, and today's as good as any to get going again.
Yeah, and again, like you mentioned, those lineup changes, and actually guys I see who are now pretty high in the lineup, much higher in the lineup than they were to start off the year, is both Rafael Rogers and Tyler Young, who were both batting 7th and 8th respectfully for most of the year, and now up to 3 and 4, which again, that's an interesting strategy. So it looks like that head coach Sean Leary might be putting his slumpers near the bottom of the line, maybe using a little bit of a different strategy in hopes that those guys will get on base for them.
Yeah, I think you hit that right on the head. I mean, I think the idea is just we need guys who are getting on base. It doesn't really matter where they hit it, because Whitlinger and Perrick are, as we get ready for the national anthem.
We'll continue this conversation after the national anthem.
Rise, if able, and kindly remove your hats as we honor America, its freedom, and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
There's your national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Another great rendition, but we do miss Clark though singing the national anthem.
I think we miss Clark doing anything. I think we need to have him on a guest on one of these broadcasts one of these days. But get back to that conversation about the hitting. I think you trust Whitlinger, you trust Parrish, and so I think the decision to move some of your sluggers back is just kind of motivated on what gets results, and if they're not getting results, it's right to try some experimentations. As you noted earlier, Lehigh's in a bit of a desperate place, and let's hope they get back on track today.
Yep, and again, Lehigh, they desperately need a win to even think about getting into the Patriot playoffs. But now let's move on to our starting lineup for Holy Cross. Batting first, number 4, designated hitter Braden Connors. Batting second, number 12, first baseman Chris Balarhian. Batting third, number 18, right fielder Jack Toomey. Batting cleanup, number 9, second baseman Alex Sandell. Number 5, batting fifth, number 19, left fielder Justin LaFleur. Batting sixth, number 8, third baseman Brendan Jones. Batting seventh, number 2, shortstop Jimmy King. Batting eighth, number 22, center fielder Connor Cooney. And batting ninth, number 28, catcher Van Coughlin. Great name, by the way. And pitching for the Holy Cross Crusaders, number 24, right-handed pitcher Alex Bryant with a 4.96 ERA and a 3-2 record coming into this game. Now the field for the Mountain Hawks will at catcher will be Andrew Noon. At first, it'll be Justin Butler. Second, Rafael Rogers. At short, Tyler Young. At third, Rafe Parrish. In left field, it will be Rain Hubbard. And center, Jake Whitlinger. And right, Andrew Cole. And pitching today for the Mountain Hawks is number 21, Cole Lehman, with a 2.36 ERA and a 1-2 record coming in this game. Umpires for today's game is Richard Katz on plate, Chris Duggar at first base, and David Gonzalez at second. As Connor steps into the box, here's the first pitch. That's fouled back 0-1. We are underway here at David Walker Field on beautiful coming canvas at outstanding Lehigh University. 0-1 the count now to Connors. Here's the pitch from Lehman. And now being there for a called strike on off-speed pitch 0-2.
Lehman looks good to start this game.
0-2 now. Gets a sign. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a chopper foul. Got off the inside part of the bat there, and count will remain 0-2.
We'll see if Lehman goes back to the off-speed pitch that got him the strike on his second pitch. Looking to make a statement and punch him out early.
He's had good control of his off-speed pitches this year, and that's what set him apart from other pitchers in the Patriot League. Here's the 0-2. That's high, 1-2 on a fastball there.
You could tell he didn't like that as soon as it left his arm. Just slipped on him a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't affect his next pitch, though. I think he still got this one, though.
1-2 now to Connors. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the first out of the day is by way of a swinging strikeout from Cole Lehman. One gone here in the top of the first.
Great to see that in the first batter for Lehigh. Lehman looks really good right now. Hopefully he can, like I said, go a little bit further. Best way to do that, get some strikeouts earlier.
Now up will be number 12, the first baseman, Chris Balarhian. First pitch to him is fouled back on 1. So first two hitters have each swung at the first pitch.
So each of them fouled them off to the opposite side. So really important statistics here, guys.
Yeah, it might be looking to be aggressive here as Holy Cross so far in this game. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be in there for a called strike 0-2 at the knees.
That was a great pitch by Lehman. Really found his mark there in the outside bottom corner there.
Nice dotted fastball right there from Lehman. 0-2 now to Balarhian. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A foul tip to the glove of Noon. And that's a second strikeout in a row for Cole Lehman. 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Well, and he went back to that high fastball. He got him in trouble in the first batter, but he went right back to it. And like you said, Holy Cross is being aggressive. Well, that time it came back to bite them as they swung on a pitch they should not have.
Now will be right fielder Jack Toomey for the Crusaders, batting .214 on the year. First pitch from Lehman. That'll be in there for a called strike, 0-1. An all-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
That just caught the Holy Cross player by surprise. I think he was expecting fastball there.
0-1 now to Lehman. That pitch is lined. It will be a fair ball down the right field line. It'll kick right back to Cole. He's going to fire into second, and Toomey will get there standing. So a 2-out double for the sophomore, and a runner scoring position for the first time today for the Crusaders.
Well, and I think that time Lehman got himself into trouble. I think he went to a similar pitch that time that just got him, that worked for him. And I think credit to the Holy Cross player, he knew exactly what was coming. And that's what happens in college baseball, really early punishment.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 9, Alex Sandell.
Now up will be Alex Sandell, the freshman for the Crusaders, batting .235 on the year. First pitch to him, and that's going to be at the knees 0-1. Another fastball dot at the bottom part of the zone.
And that pitch is working for Lehman. We'll see if he continues with it or if he switches it up a bit more.
working pretty quickly today, too, as well. Here's the 0-1 to Sandell as he looks back. Toomey at second, and that's going to be in the dirt 1-1. Noon able to keep in front, though.
Again, he's going for the diving fastball a little bit there, looking for the bottom of the zone. I think that hit kind of scared him a bit because he was going up a little bit. Now he's gone right back to the knees.
1-1 now to Sandell. Here's a pitch from Lehman, and that's gonna be a chopper and a foul, and actually Sandell fouls it off of himself to bring the count to 1-2.
I always wonder how much that hurts the hitter. You know, is he still feeling it? He looks fine, but
I mean, if he is feeling it, he's hiding it pretty well, to say the least.
We'll see if Lehman maybe goes for the inside maybe this time. See if he's feeling the effects a little bit.
1-2 now to Sandell. He looks back the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle for base hits. Running third, heading for home is Toomey. Throw home will be cut off. And a little 2-out thunder for the Crusaders to start the game on RBI single by Alex Sandell to give the Crusaders a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was just too easy from Lehigh. I think they had the pickoff attempt if they wanted it. I just don't think Lehman saw it, and that was pretty easy as the Lehigh second baseman was just out of position a little bit, and no real attempt by Whitlinger to go home. He kind of gave up on that one a little early.
Well, yeah, a little surprising there. And also, Toomey was not running all that well either. That was the other thing. Runner goes. Throw to second is not in time.
Very, very poor by Andrew Noon from Lehigh. Took a while to get popped up there, and pretty clear the runner was going.
Yeah, I was, because here's the thing: if he had been able to catch and fire it to second without double clutching, you would have gotten him easily. Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be a strike, a swinging strike actually from LaFleur.
Well, and for our listeners at home, Lehigh's got a bit of a shift going on here with our quite to the right-hand side for our viewing position. So once again, that kind of mid-gap up the middle is open, which is what scored the last runner.
Lehman will step off, and that'll be his first disengagement.
Really use a strikeout here to get that confidence back.
1-1 now to LaFleur. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low, 2-1. So after cruising through the first two hitters, Lehman's run into some trouble with Toomey and Sandell, and now behind 2-1 to LaFleur. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be there for a called strike, 2-2.
That's what you want to see.
It looked like that LaFleur was not expecting that.
Hopefully he goes back to that down low diving fastball. It worked for him before. Let's see if it goes again.
2-2 now to LaFleur. Here's a pitch from Lehman. And ground ball. Diving stop by Young. He'll fire to first in time. What a play from the shortstop, Tyler Young, as he saves a run for the Mountain Hawks. Highway robbery. And now look at the damage here in the top of the first, but the damage is done. An RBI single by Alex Sandell. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 runner stranded will head to the bottom of the first in a 1-0 ball game.
Well, and I mentioned it there. That was, Rafael Rogers, the freshman. He had quite the shift on, and credit to the Holy Cross, they lined it up perfectly. Luckily for Lehigh, Tyler Young, as you mentioned, made a terrific play. It looked like the ball was just rolling. It looked like a ground ball with eyes, just about to go past him, but Young got there at the last second, which can be contrasted with Holy Cross's run, where Rogers also went for the diving play and was milliseconds late.
Now the starting line for the Mountain Hawks is batting leadoff is center fielder Jake Whitlinger, batting second number 34, third baseman Rafe Parrish, batting third number 10 shortstop Tyler Young, batting cleanup number 43 second baseman Rafael Rogers, batting fifth number 29 designated hitter Aiden Quinn, batting sixth number 19 first baseman Justin Butler, batting seventh number 40 catcher Andrew Noon, batting eighth number 4 right fielder Andrew Colum, batting ninth number 5 left fielder Braden Hubbard, who was actually batting second at one point this year, and now it looks like Leary decided to drop him down to ninth.
Yeah, but I think that the decision to drop Hubbard down might be a little bit less about his own performances. And I think it's a little bit because they moved Parrish up in the lineup. They want to have someone for Parrish to get in. So if you have Hubbard and Whitlinger right before Parrish, there might be a runner on base for Parrish. Because if you want Parrish that early in the lineup, you need someone for him to head home, as he has been raking for the Mount Hawks with a 107.3 OPS. And 41 RBI, second only on the team to Justin Butler. So I think Hubbard, as well as the other freshmen in the lineup, Rafael Rogers, big hopes for those two Mount Hawks. They've had a lot of playing time this season, and I think both of them should be very proud about their first-year performances. Hubbard has 69 at-bats to Rogers 66, and I think they'll be bright spots for this team in the future.
Number 1, Jake Whitlinger.
And then now comes to play is Jake Whitlinger, and starting for the Crusaders is again Alex Bryant. Here's the first pitch to Whitlinger, and now being there for a called strike on the top of the zone, at the top of the zone, 0-1.
I don't think Whitlinger was going to swing at the first pitch in a million years by his body language.
Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be way high, 1-1, which is usually quite the opposite of Jake Whitlinger's plate approach. Usually he's a pretty aggressive hitter.
Definitely, for sure.
Here's the 1-1, and that'll be a big swing and miss there, 1-2, a big hack, probably trying to tie the game right there.
I don't blame him now. My eyes lit up a little bit there too, as I think I saw the same thing Whitlinger was seeing.
1-2 now Whitlinger. Here's the pitch, and that's be a ground ball to short. Backhand fire to first in time as the first baseman Chris Balarhian is able to keep his foot in the bag.
Yeah, I think if that ball was just hit with a little bit more power, the shortstop would have had more trouble with it. But it just kind of died right when it got to the short.
And as now Parrish will step up to the plate, and Whitlinger actually looks like he said something to Parrish as he went up. So maybe a tip on what you saw from Brian that bat.
Well, hopefully. I mean, we got some lefty-righty action right here.
Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be in there for a call strike 0-1 at the letters. Parrish coming into this year with 385 in this game with a 385 batting average. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be a ground ball to short again. Gloved, fire to first in time, and 2 groundouts and we have two outs in the bottom of the first.
Well, we mentioned earlier, it looks like Lehigh's trying to get on base with their lineup less slugging, but if your 2 hitters supposed to get on base, they're just going to ground out. It doesn't make too much of a difference. We'll see Tyler Young, who just made that great defensive play at the top of the first, if he can keep some momentum in the batter's box.
Now will be Tyler Young. First pitch to him, and that's going to be high for ball 1.
Yeah, Bryant for Holy Cross is definitely looking for right at the top of the zone, and I imagine he'll work in some off-speed eventually from that similar spot.
Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be at the knees, 1-1, and Young did not look happy with that call.
No, he did not, but I think this ump is letting the outside of the zone be a little bit further for both pitchers.
See, I thought that was more low than outside. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low, 2-1.
So yeah, we saw that an off-speed pitch from Bryant. Again, working the bottom of the zone like he just did, hoping that a Young goes for it. I think he gets another fastball.
2-1 to Young. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low, 3-1.
So yeah, he goes right back to the low fastball, going from low changeup, low fastball, low off-speed. We'll see if he continues the pattern now with 3-1.
Now the home plate umpire Richard Katz is warning the Holy Cross dugout, who is not happy with the strike zone today.
Well, they've been loud all day so far, so I was a little interested to see what the ump was going to do with it and if they would continue on the balls and strikes.
Here's a 3-1. That's a high fly ball deep to left field. Back it goes, and it is a fair ball down the left field line. Young going to second, and he will get there sliding. And a 2-out double for the shortstop as the Mount Hawks can run in scoring position with one more out to go.
Yep, Young hit that great, just about hit that white line there. Thought for a second it might have the distance, but I don't think it had the height to get over the wall. But now we have we'll see if the freshman Rogers can hit Young in.
Now it was Rafael Rogers, who's got his batting average up to 254. Bryant gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Rogers, and that's going to be in there for a strike on 1.
Rogers only has 11 RBIs this year, looking to make it 12. As I mentioned, he's a first year, but definitely has shown some potential in his first season, the brown and white.
Oh, 1 out of Rogers as Young will take his lead off first. That's way high, 1-1.
Well, Young's doing just like Holy Cross did in the first inning, taking a massive lead at second, basically daring Holy Cross to turn around and go for the pickoff play.
I mean, I don't know how aggressive you can get here with 2 outs, but we'll see. 1-1 to Rogers. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low, 2-1.
Great eye by Rogers that time. I thought it was a very nice pitch by Bryant, but first year showing some wit and experience early on.
2-1 out of Rogers with Aiden Quinn on deck for the Mountain Hawks. Here's a pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be fouled back 2-2. Just missed that one.
Yeah, he was, once again, similar to Young when he got his double, definitely putting some power, some zing behind it, hoping to knock him in.
2-2 now to Rogers. And Bryant 1 strike away from getting out of this jam, you call it. Here's the 2-2.
Is one runner really a jam?
And that's a ground ball at third, and throw to first is in time. Nice play there by the junior Brendan Jones to get that third out. As we go to the top of the second, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left stranded. Will head to the top of the second in a 1-0 ball game that Holy Cross leads. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Cross up 1-0 in this Patriot League game between Holy Cross and Lehigh. And now stepping up to the plate will be number 8, Brendan Jones. Here's the first pitch, and that's fouled back on 1.
That one almost made it over the net. I was a little nervous for a second.
Yeah.
But we'll see if Lehman can get back into his groove from the first 2 batters of last inning. Definitely seemed like he had a rhythm going, and then it immediately evaporated.
0-1. Here's a pitch, and that's the outside 1-1.
That was not the groove, Lehman.
Yeah, and labored a little bit towards the end of that first inning, which included giving up a run. Here's a 1-1, and that's going to be high 2-1. Fastball missed.
Definitely trying to work that outside corner in these last 2 pitches. I'd love to see him go back to that down-low fastball that I thought had him have a lot of success in the first inning.
Here's a 2-1. That almost hits Jones there. Now it's 3-1.
Well, at least he went back to the low fastball. Maybe some good juju. We'll see.
Here's a 3-1 now to Jones. And the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball into left. But Hubbard will be right there to make the catch. 1 gone here at the top of the second.
Yep, nice play by Hubbard. Didn't get lost in the sky. It was hit with a decent amount of power, though, so definitely something Lehigh's got to keep an eye on. They've seen a couple balls hit with a lot of zing. Hopefully, Lehman can work the accuracy a little bit more so that Holy Cross isn't getting their full barrel on it.
Now, will be number 2, Jimmy King for the Crusaders. Here's a pitch from Lehman. That's going to be a fly ball to left field again, but again, Hubbard right there to make the catch. And quickly 2 gone here in the top of the second.
Hey, all outs count the same, and I'm sure that's helping Hubbard's confidence a little bit. We mentioned him, he's a first year. We mentioned he got moved down to the bottom of the order, but hopefully as he comes up to the plate eventually, these easy catches can turn into a lot of confidence for the young man.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 22, Connor Cooney.
Now it'll be Connor Cooney for the Crusaders, batting .250 on the year.
Lehman seems to be having a conversation with Young for a minute. I don't know what they're discussing.
First pitch to him, and that's going to be high 1-0.
And both of these pitchers have been missing on their up-top pitches a little bit today. You can create any kind of conspiracy for why that's the case, though.
Here's a 1-0 from Lehman, and that's going to be popped foul. That'll go towards the batting cages. Actually on top of the batting cages, so pretty accurate. Anyways, now here 1-1 now to Cooney. Lehman gets his sign. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside, 2-1.
Yeah. Lehigh fans here certainly do not like that one.
Yeah, I think Noon said something to the home plate umpire there as well. He's saying the home plate umpire said outside. 2-1 now, and that's going to be in there for a call strike on the inside corner, 2-2.
Now, you see, I think that one looked more ballish than the last one. Looked a little bit like a makeup call there.
Maybe. 2-2 now to Cooney. Here's the pitch from Lehman. That's going to be outside, full count, 3-2.
Yeah, that one was a ball.
Yeah, that was definitely off there.
We'll see what Lehman goes with here. He went outside a little bit, inside, maybe low. He missed on the high.
Here's a 3-2, and that's going to be inside, ball 4.
Again, that one looked like the last, the one he called strike on the inside, but we'll see if Lehman can lock back in here. Again, last inning he got the first 2 outs pretty easily and then fell apart, so hopefully that does not happen again.
And now I'll bring up Van Coughlin for the Crusaders, the catcher, who's batting 149 on the year.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 28, Van Coughlin.
Pretty steep drop-off in terms of batting average, but that does not mean he's not dangerous.
Now Van Coughlin. First pitch to him, and that's going to be fouled back on 1. So, you go first.
We'll see how aggressive Holy Cross is on the bases again. Again, last time they had a man on first with 2 outs, they had him steal. It'd be interesting to see if that theme continues here in the second inning.
Here's the 0-1. Cooney does not go, and that's fouled back 0-2.
Yeah, again, Lehigh's middle infield there is still quite distance apart. Doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence based on what happened last inning, where they got an RBI up the middle, they got a steal. It's interesting to see if that changes later on.
0-2 now to Coughlin. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. What a dot with the fastball there by Lehman to pick up his 3rd strikeout of the day.
There's just a great pitch by Lehman. A lot of confidence in himself there, which I love to see. Great call on the pitch as well by Andrew Noon. Just knew exactly what kind of pitch to get there. Love the confidence, and hopefully Lehigh can tie this game back up.
No runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 runner stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the second in a 1-0 ball game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second inning. Holy Cross up 1-0. And now I'll bring up Aiden Quinn for the Mountain Hawks. The sophomore batting .244 on the year.
Yeah, Quinn's only got 41 at-bats this year, but he does have an OPS of 660, so maybe not the most quantity, but he's been pretty qualitative in his time at the Mountain Hawks.
Brian steps on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Quinn, and that's going to be just high 1-0.
Yeah, again, both these pitchers getting a lot of balls caught on their up-top pitches. I'm sure that frustrates them.
Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be on the outside corner on 1, and you can see Quinn shaking his head right there.
Not sure where the outside corner was that time, but been a little iffy on the outside pitches.
Here's a 1-1. That's going to be a big swing and miss there out in front of that off-speed pitch, 1-2.
Yeah, Quinn got fooled by that one, and you could see his facial expression. He knew it, and he'll come back stronger.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Quinn strikes out a high fastball for the first out of the bottom of the second.
Well, I mean, would you rather go down swinging or go down looking? Most people say swinging, so not the worst result. But now we got Butler up. Let's see if he can get some of his momentum back from earlier in the year.
Justin Butler.
Now it will be Justin Butler for the Mountain Hawks. Here's the first pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be at the knee zone 1.
Yeah, nice pitch that time by Bryant. Just quick thing on Butler.
Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be a line drive in right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And the first baseman on with a 1-out single.
I was just going to say, Butler's got 9 home runs and 42 RBIs, leading the team in both categories. So you love to see him getting back maybe some momentum. We'll see if Lehigh can follow that up with another base hit here.
Now batting for the Mountain Hawks, number 40, Andrew Noon.
Now it will be Andrew Noon for the Mountain Hawks.
Forgot to mention he's the third first year in the lineup, so a lot of youth today for the Mountain Hawks.
Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be at the knee zone 1.
Bryant's certainly liking that pitch so far. He's gone to it in back-to-back batters.
On 1 now to Noon. Butler takes his lead off first. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1. Good patience that time by Noon, knowing that he's going to go off speed there. Butler, like you said, taking a little bit of a lead. Doesn't seem like he's going to go, but definitely something to keep an eye on. 1-1 now to Andrew Noon. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be popped foul, 1-2.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have swung at that one. He definitely got under it pretty high. I think it would have been a ball.
1-2 now to Noon.
You mentioned Lehman going quick. Pretty much the opposite this time from Bryant. A lot of slow pace.
Throw back to first is not in time. And on deck will be Andrew Cole for the Mountain Hawks, the right fielder.
Bryant seems to be a little more conversational with his catcher in this inning.
Throw back to first again, and again not in time. So it looks like he's got a little bit scared at Butler this inning at running on first, which is a little surprising considering that he's, again, not the fleetest of foot.
Yeah, but I guess it's better to be over-prepared.
1-2, and that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Noon looks back at the home plate umpire to show his displeasure, and that'll be the second out of the bottom of the second.
I guess all I would say to Noon that time is that if he had gotten a little bit out there, he could have hit that one pretty far. But yeah, definitely a little inconsistency on the outside corner so far today.
For the Mountain Hawks, number 4, Andrew Cole.
Now up is Andrew Cole. Here's the first pitch to him, and that's going to be on the outside corner on 1.
Yeah, so the same pitch, back-to-back times, got both of the Mountain Hawks by surprise. Quick shout out to Andrew Cole, though, for having what I think is the best walk-up song on the team, Bandit by Don Tolliver. Just the right amount of music.
Interesting selection. Here's the 0-1. That's way high, 1-1.
Because what you want on the walk-up song, you want it exciting, little build-up, but you want to be able to have that short clip, and I think that's what Cole's gone for, and he's hit it on the mark.
1-1 now to 1-1 out of Cole. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be a swing and a miss, 1-2, and that might have been the pitch hit right there.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought he was gonna get that one. I just missed it barely. But I think he'll have another opportunity though.
1-2 now to Cole. Butler getting a little bit of a large lead. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be inside 2-2.
Just gotta stay alive here if you're Cole. He's a bit more experienced than some of the other Mountain Hawks. Not having the best batting average this year, but I think he's got the experience to keep himself alive in this at bat.
2-2 now to Cole. Here's the pitch. Now it's a line drive to right field, and is that gonna drop? Yes, it will. Butler heading to third, and he'll be held there, and Cole sliding to second with a 2-out double, and runners on second and third with 2 outs, and Braden Hubbard coming up with a big opportunity for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, the right fielder had a trouble with both of those hits from Butler and Cole, and they're hit in a very similar place. I don't know if he's getting hit by the sun there, but we'll be interested to see if the Mountain Hawks go back to that right field corner. And I almost thought Butler was going to go home for a second. He was steaming towards third.
Sean Leary decided there not to take the risk and hoping that his freshman left fielder will come up large here and Braden Hubbard.
He's got 8 RBIs, looking to make it 10 with a base hit here.
First pitch to Hubbard, and that's gonna be low ball 1.
Hubbard looks a little jittery right now. He's got to settle in here.
1-0 now to Hubbard. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be in there for a called strike, 1-1.
Hubbard again looks a little tense in the batter's box. He needs some relaxing music or something. But the Holy Cross taking quite a wide look with their middle infield. Whole lot of green grass to aim for.
Here's a 1-1, and that's going to be a looping curveball in there for a called strike, 1-2.
Oh yeah, that was that one was the pitch to hit, as you would say. Hubbard definitely could have got a hold of it.
And here's the 1-2 now. Step back in.
Almost seemed to say something to him. Wonder what words were exchanged there.
Here's the pitch, and that's the chopper off of himself, and it's dead ball. So kind of remain 1-2.
Yeah, Hubbard just looks a little off right now. I'm not sure if it was something, if he's dealing with something. He just looks a little tense, a little jittery. He needs to settle in here, dig himself back in.
1-2. Bryant gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Hubbard, and a blooper on the infield. Second baseman Sandell will sell under and make the catch. Yep. And once again, Alex Bryant able to get out of yet another jam. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 runners off strand. We'll head to the top of the third. Holy Cross up 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Cross up 1-0 in this Patriot League game as as the leadoff man, Brandon Connors, will step in for the Crusaders, who struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. That's high, 1-0.
Sure what he was aiming at that time. This pitch just seemed to keep rising and rising.
He looks a little frustrated with himself there. 1-0 now to Connors. Here's the pitch, and that's popped foul. Parrish chasing after that, and he won't be able to get it as it goes into the Mountain Hawk bullpen. So 1-1 the count.
Look at our first hat loss with Parrish today.
So 1-1 now to Connors. Lehman gets his sign. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be just low, 2-1.
Ooh, that looked good to me. That's been Lehman's money pitch so far today. Kind of hope he just goes right back to it.
2-1 now. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be in there for a called strike. 2-2 on the inside corner this time.
That was some excellent framing by Noon that time. You're right, it hit the inside corner, but by the time he got it, I would not call that inside.
2-2 now to Connors. Here's the pitch, and that's a line drive in the center field. Whitlinger going back on it, but he'll settle under it and make the catch. One gone here at the top of the third.
Yeah, I'm still a little nervous because a few of these flyouts by a Holy Cross have been hit plenty hard, which does not bode well for Lehman in the future.
Yeah, I mean they've been on today. They just have not been able to hit that big one yet. First pitch, and that's gonna be in there for called strike to Balarhian.
That's a good one by Lehman. Hopefully getting that first out can keep him going.
Here's the 0-1, and that's gonna be in there for called strike 0-2 at the knees.
Very similar pitch to what he just went to, kind of going for that inside corner this time.
So quickly down to is Balarhian. Here's the pitch from Lehman, and that's be way outside, 1-2 in the dirt.
Just lost that one for a second. I actually think Balagron was looking to swing at that one, but way too far outside this time by Liam.
1-2 again. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back. Will remain 1-2.
Yeah, that one looked just a little too high for Balagron to really be swinging at. See, Lehman's checking something out in his hand there. I think he's trying to settle himself in for a decisive strike 3.
Perhaps that might be the case. 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Way high, 2-2, and he definitely looks a little wound up on the mound right now. He looks a little frustrated.
Yeah, he looks frustrated, but the pitches generally look pretty good. I think that he just needs a little bit of luck or fortune to go his way.
2-2, and that's fouled back, and will remain 2-2.
Yeah, he really wants this out. You can see it in his face. He thinks he should have had it by now. Can't blame yourself in a pitcher. You got to have a short memory.
2-2. Balarhian steps back in. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to short. Young gloves it. He'll fire to first in time for the second out of the top of the third.
Yeah, there you go for Lehman. Gets himself out of a hitter he probably should have put away earlier. But again, hard hit to the shortstop. Holy Cross has just been finding the barrel so far today, but only lead by 1.
A lot of high velocity outs for the Crusaders, but have only 2 hits to show for it and 1 run so far. Now up is Jack Toomey. First pitch to him, and that's ground off of Lehman. He finds it. He'll fire to first in time, and kind of similar to Zach Wheeler in the NLCS 2022. He ball it's off his back leg and is able to find it and fire to first with plenty of time. So no runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the third. Holy Cross up 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third inning, Holy Cross up 1-0 as Jake Whitlinger will step up to the plate for the Mountain Hawks. Granted, his first time up.
Number 1, Jake Whitlinger.
We have the old tie the shoe icing out.
Now Whitlinger will step up. Here's the first pitch from Bryant. And that's going to be on the outside corner on 1 with a fastball right there.
Yeah, both of these pitchers have seen their outside pitches called inconsistently.
0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back 0-2. And Whitlinger, you can tell he was just off there. He looked like he knew that was coming to him right away.
Yeah, and there's a lot of green grass out there, and I think Whitlinger knew exactly where he wanted to hit that ball.
0-2, and that's going to be way high. 1-2 now.
Yeah, seen that a couple times from Brian as well as from Lehman, just losing a little bit of that the control, almost like losing an edge on a hockey skate, and it sails high on you.
1-2 now to Whitlinger. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside. 2-2. Almost hit him, actually.
Yeah, it was interesting. Whitlinger had a little bit of turn on him. I would be interested to see how upset Holy Cross might have been on that one.
2-2 now, Whitlinger. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's a fly ball in the right field, but settling under it and making the catch will be Toomey for the first out.
Yeah, a bit of an odd pitch there from Bryant. Have a little bit of movement on there that I think messed Whitlinger up, which is why he got so far under it.
Now we have Rafe Parrish, who he also grounded to shortstop his first time up.
For the Mountain Hawks, number 34, Rafe Parrish.
Obligatory mention that Rafe Parrish leads the Mountain Hawks in hits by 14.
And that's below 1-0. So Mountain Hawks actually have more hits than Holy Cross so far, but they've been scattered throughout the first 2 innings and have not been able to drive home a run yet. Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be a line drive in the right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And that's going to be their 4th hit of the day by way of a Rafe Parrish single.
Yeah, well, you can see Parrish he had that movement beforehand. I think he could envision exactly where he wanted to hit that ball, which may sound odd, but in baseball it can be really important just to have that positive visualization. And you saw the end result there.
Now batting for the Mountain Hawks, number 10, Tyler Young.
Now I'll bring up Tyler Young for Lehigh.
Interested to see if Parrish is aggressive on the bases with only 1 out.
Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be fouled back on 1. And Young just off of that one, who actually hit a deep double his last time up that just missed being a home run.
Yeah, you said it. I thought Young was going to get a hold of that one. He seems to be knew exactly what was coming.
Here's the 0-1 to Tyler Young. Here's the pitch. He squares the bunt. That's way outside. 1-1. Pulled it back though.
Now we can play. Was it a fake out bunt? Was it an intentional bunt?
I don't like bunting here with 1 out.
No, me neither. Especially since Butler got you a good hit last time.
Throw back to first non-time, and also considering how Lehigh has hit with runners in scoring position, I can't really say that that's really a great idea.
Undoubtedly. But I think Young was on the first pitch. He was on it the last time up. So I think I don't know if that one was the end goal of the bunt. Here's
the pitch, and that's gonna be a strike 1-2. Butler thought that was gonna be way inside, but it came back over the plate.
Yeah, I did too personally. I looked like it was gonna be high and even inside, but it curved right at the last second.
1-2 now to Young. Throw back to first again, not in time. And Bryant's been pretty paranoid to say the least with whenever there's been a runner on first.
For sure, and it'd be interesting. It's interesting though, guys. He's been paranoid about. They're not necessarily the fastest on this Lehigh team.
Yeah, I mean, Parrish and Butler are not really that quick. Here's a 1-2, and that's gonna be low 2-2.
Yeah, that one got away from Brian a little bit. I thought it looked like it was good for a second, but kind of slipped at the last second, which is why the catcher couldn't catch it.
Here's a 2-2 now to Tyler Young. Parrish taking his lead. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a chopper to short. This could be 2. Actually, no, it won't. Throw to first will be in time, and Parrish will advance to second. And that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the third. And once again, another run scoring position for the Mountain Hawks with 2 outs.
Well, in effect, it's the same thing. It's a bunt, so maybe the mission was successful from Tyler Young. But I thought he could have got a better hold of that one. I thought that pitch was pretty nicely over the plate for him if he had located a little bit better.
And I'll bring up Rafael Rogers, who grounded out to second his last time up, and again, in a similar situation with the runner in scoring position.
Patriot taking a decent bit of a lead.
First pitch to him, and that's going to be high, 1-0.
Nice check by Rogers that time. Almost went all the way around. Some discontent in this crowd and the dugouts today.
Yeah, not liking the strike zone so far. Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be in there for a called strike 1-1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, Brian's done a nice job with his off-speed pitches so far today. Doing a good job of fooling these Lehigh hitters.
1-1 now to Rogers. Looking to drive home the Mountain Hawks' first run. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back 1-2. And fastball middle there, and Rogers looked a little behind on that one.
Yeah, you said it. It was a good location for a potential hit, but I think he was just caught off guard a little bit as Brian's been doing a lot of off-speed.
1-2 now to Rogers. Brian gets his sign. Here's the pitch, and that's your ground ball to third. Backhanded, fire to first in time, and that'll be the third out of the bottom of the third. So once again, Lehigh not able to take advantage of the runner in scoring position, and we will head to top of the fourth. Holy Cross up 1-0.
Do you know why Patriot shouldn't run there?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fourth. Holy Cross up 1-0 after Lehigh has been struggling with runners in scoring position today. And that'll bring up Alex Sandell, who got an RBI single his last time up.
Sure, Lehman would like to get some revenge on him for that.
Ground ball is short, backhanded by Young. He'll fire to first in time for a quick first out.
Yeah, I sound like a broken record. I mean, good out by Lehman, but definitely was hit with a bit of a velocity, which makes me a little nervous.
Now I'll bring up John LaFleur, who grounded out his last time up on a diving stop by Tyler Young.
Let's see if Young can pull up another great play this time, or maybe even better, Lehman gets an easy out.
And that's on the inside corner 0-1.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 19, John LaFleur.
Lehman definitely seems to be trying to relax himself a bit more on the mound after last inning. He seemed a lot more tense.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a ground ball foul to the backstop, 0-2. So Cole Lehman, he only has 3 strikeouts today. After the first 2 hitters, and he got the first 2 hitters on strikeouts, but only 1 strikeout since. Here's the 0-2, and that's gonna be a swing and a miss in the dirt. And yes, he was tug out. So it was a strikeout with the ball at the dirt, and Newman was able to apply the tag on LaFleur for the second out. So that'll end the strikeout drought, and that'll be the second out here in the top of the fourth.
A little bit of confusion there for a second. A little nervous for Lehigh that time.
Number 8, Brendan Jones.
Now it was Brendan Jones, and he hits a line drive into center field. But Whitlinger, he'll sell under it, and backpedaling and making the catch. So a 5-pitch top of the fourth for Cole Lehman and a really quick top of the fourth for the Mountain Hawks, which maybe that's what they need. We'll see if they can. Let's see if they can get on the board here in the bottom of the fourth. Holy Cross up 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth. Holy Cross up 1-0 in this Patriot League battle as Aiden Quinn will step up to the plate for the Mountain Hawks, who struck out his last time up.
Yeah, looking to get some momentum back. Last inning, of course, Rafe Parrott got stranded on second.
First pitch to Quinn. He squares the bunt. He does, but he hits it to backstop, so we 0-1. Interesting idea there, but just wasn't able to execute it.
Well, I mean, it's definitely something to maybe try to get Brian off his rhythm. We saw Tyler Young do it last inning.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be there for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2.
Quinn looked a little bit frozen there. Looked like a deer in headlights when that pitch came in.
As the butterflies flying above our heads. Here's the 0-2 to Quinn. And that's a line drive. Fair ball down the left field line. And now roll to the corner. Quinn going to second. Ball is bobbled in left field. And he will be on with a leadoff double.
You love to see it. It looked like Quinn had no chance in that at-bat. And I think Bryant just kind of missed his movement on his off-speed pitch. And pretty easy hit for Aiden Quinn.
Now we have Justin Butler, who's 1-for-1 with a single today. Golden opportunity here for the Mountain Hawks.
Butler leads the team in RBIs, just one ahead of Parrish. So hopefully trying to get his 43rd of the season.
Here's the first. Brian looks back. Quinn at second. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball third, and that'll be a fair ball. Throw to first is in time. Quinn had to hold there, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
I thought Quinn could have been a little bit more aggressive there. I don't think the third baseman was really looking at him.
Yeah, and also it was a long throw to first, so he could have probably danced off second base a little bit and try to bolt there to third, but decided against that.
Yeah, if nothing else, just to mess the third baseman up a little bit, maybe throw off his throw.
Now up is Andrew Noon. And here's the first pitch from Brian. That's going to be on the outside corner on 1, and he is currently 0-for-1 with a strikeout looking.
Yeah, another outside pitch that could definitely be disagreed upon by others.
0-1 now. Brian gets his sign. Here's the pitch, and that's on the inside corner 0-2, and Noon not picking up that off-speed pitch right now from Bryant.
Yeah, that actually looked really similar to the pitch Quinn got his double off of, off-speed to that. I mean, it's the same place, but for Noon it was an inside. For Quinn it was outside.
0-2 now to Noon. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. Diving stop by the shortstop. Throw to third is non-time. And that's going to be an infield single for Andrew Noon.
I told Quinn to be more aggressive, and you saw it that time. Almost looked like it could have cost him, but luckily he fully committed, slides in there, and the shortstop had a little trouble with that one. This is as good as opportunity as ever for Lehigh to get a man home.
First and third, one out for the Mountain Hawks. Now back up Andrew Cole, who hit a double his last time up. As Jackson dancing to his walk-up song.
It's just a good walk-up song. It's like the perfect sample intro, and then we get right into the chorus.
And there's a wide open hole to the right side of the field.
It's been there all day. Lehigh's had some success there.
A little bit of a shift on double play depth. Here's the first pitch. That's on the outside corner on 1.
Now here's the million-dollar question: do you go for the bunt and risk it?
No, I don't. I've never been a fan of the sacrifice squeeze.
Ooh.
At least in this situation. I'm fine. Here's the 0-1. That's in there for a call strike 0-2, and that nearly hit Cole as well.
Yeah, not totally sure. I'll go back to my line of saying it's disagreeable. I like that word.
Yeah. So now quickly 0-2 now to Cole. Ryan gets a sign. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low, ball 1.
Good eye that time by Cole. I thought that one had a lot of heat. Looked like it could have been a strike 3 right there. But not looking like a whole lot of leadage from the Lehigh base runners right now.
1-2, and that's going to be way high, 2-2. Big looping off-speed pitch that never really came down.
Yeah, and he loves those sweeping pitches. We've seen it a couple times, but it's also cost him, including how Quinn got on base this time.
2-2 now. Bryant gets a sign again. Noon takes the off first. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And a big strikeout there for Alex Bryant to get the second out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Oh, thought Quinn had that one. Looked good. Thought he had it right in his headlights. But one more chance for Lehigh here.
Now Brayton Hubbard for the Mountain Hawks, who again, Lehigh desperately looking for that big hit.
It's like the catcher giving some extra special instructions for Hubbard.
I mean, what you could do if you're Lehigh is maybe potentially try a double steal here.
Ooh, love it.
Definitely a bit on the aggressive side, but if there's a throw on to second, Quinn needs to bolt home. Here's the first pitch. That's in the dirt, 1-0.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew Noon really has it in him to get to second in time, so it would be kind of fruitless. I think if you had done it last time, I would have totally been in favor of it.
So we'll see what happens here. 1-0 now to Hubbard. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be at the knees, 1-1.
Hubbard just needs, I don't know. He needs something right now. He still looks very, very tense, very, very jittery in the batter's box. Does not look comfortable at all.
1-1 now to Hubbard. Bryant gets a sign again. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to the left side. Third baseman gloves it. Fires to first in time, and Alex Bryant doing his best impression of Harry Houdini, and yet again able to get out of another jam, and Lehigh's struggle with runners scoring position continues. So 2 hits in the inning, 2 runners left stranded. We head to the top of the 5th. Holy Cross up 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th inning. Holy Cross up 1-0. And now up number 2, Jimmy King. Here's the first pitch to him. That's a ground ball. Glove backside by Parrish. He'll throw to first in time. A nice play there by the third baseman to get the first out here in the top of the 5th.
Well, Parrish known for his offense that time, flashing the glove. I think it's fair to say Lehman's getting by with a little help from his friends right now.
And that ball was scorched to third by King, but again, nice backhand stop by Parrish to get the first out. That pitch will be in there for a called strike 0-1, and that now is Connor Cooney, who walked his last time up.
It's a good opportunity for Lehman going against the last 3 in the order. Definitely a chance to continue to build some momentum for Lehigh.
Here's the 0-1, and that should be just low, 1-1.
It almost looked like the ump wanted to call it a strike. He had it almost, and then he waved it off.
1-1 now to Cooney. Here's the pitch from Lehman, and that's just big, so he missed 1-2.
Nice pitch by Lehman. He knew exactly what the Holy Cross player was expected, and pitched the opposite.
1-2 now to Cooney. The junior batting 250. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch down in the dirt. And Lehman gets a second out here in the top of the 5th.
I think we're going to need to invest in some slow-motion video capture to see just how far off Connor Cooney was from that pitch. What a pitch by Lehman.
So Lehman's retired his last 9 hitters.
Sounds right.
And it looks like a meeting between Holy Cross head coach Ed Kahovic and number 28 Van Coughlin.
Are we sure that's the head coach?
I'm gonna assume because usually he's at third. Usually the head coach is at third base. Not sure what he could be saying here to Van Coughlin.
They're going for the bunt. Calling it. Classic bunt with the guy hitting below 150.
Pitch from Lehman will be grounded to Rogers. He'll glove it. He'll fire to first in time, and once again, another quick inning for Lehman, and that's a quick 6-pitch top of the 5th. And Lehman rolling right now, finding his groove. Let's see if Malik's offense can. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Holy Cross up 1-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 5th inning. Holy Cross up 1-0, and what can be described as a pitcher's duel so far.
Undoubtedly, and they've been doing it in different ways. Lehman getting a little more help from his friends.
Here's the first pitch to Whitlinger, and that's gonna be outside 1-0. So Bryant's allowed 5 hits today, but the Malik's not able to push around across just yet. Here's a 1-0, and that's gonna be on the outside corner, 1-1.
And Lehman's got what, 3 hits?
Lehman's only allowed 2 hits so far. Both of those in the first inning, and Holy Cross has not had one since. Here's a 1-1, and that's going to be a looping curveball in there for a strike 1 and 2. Alex have not been able to pick that pitch up today.
Yeah, well, I think I would hold the caveat that time, actually, for Aiden Quinn. He found it. It's just he was a lefty.
And that's a big swing and a miss there, and a strikeout foul tip of the mitt there to get now be the first out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, I think really the Mountain Hawks have done best with their lefties, as you would expect against the right-handed Bryant. We'll be interested to see later in the game if they try to make some subs to go for that.
Now batting for the Mountain Hawks, number 34, Rafe Parrish.
Now bring up Rafe Parrish for the Mountain Hawks. First pitch to him, and that's going to be low ball 1.
Some cries to start us off. I mean, we're a little bit into the game to get started off, but you need to get started off when you haven't scored yet.
1-0 to Parrish. He squares the bunt, and that pitch is right down the middle, 1-1.
Gotta imagine that was the old fake out bunt, because that was right down the middle, as you said.
Yeah. 1-1 here to Parrish, and that's gonna be high 2-1. And again, I don't understand why Parrish would even think about bunting there, even if it's just a fake out, because he wasted a pretty good pitch right down the middle there.
For sure. I don't know. They've done it a couple of times with their bunts. I don't know why.
2-1, and that's gonna be a blooper in the right center field, and that will be caught though by the right fielder Jack Toomey for the second out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Parrish located that pitch pretty well. He just got a little early that time, so he couldn't get maximum power. Could have done some damage if he had actually found the speed as well as the location.
Now batting for the Mountain Hawks, number 10,
So
Tyler Young.
now Bryant close to getting a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today, and that's gonna be low ball 1 to Tyler Young. So he hasn't allowed any runs yet, but he's not had a 1-2-3 inning yet so far either.
Well, hopefully we can keep that streak alive with Young.
Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's gonna be a foul ball 1-1. And was that hit off of someone? No, it doesn't look like it.
No, I think that just bounced off the ground.
1-1 now to Young.
Bryant taking a little bit of time this time.
Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be outside 2-1.
So Young's staying alive pretty well here. At least even if you don't get a run, maybe you tire Brown out a little bit more.
Here's the pitch to Young, and that's gonna be a high fly ball deep to left field. Back it goes, back, and that ball is gone! And Tyler Young gets the Mountain Hawks on the board. Finally, that big hit the Mountain Hawks were looking for, and the game is tied up at 1.
Yep, he got a hold of that one for sure. He got a double earlier in the game. Goes completely opposite direction that time. Or no, a similar place where he hit the double into left field. Yeah, pretty easy to tell that was going to get out of here. Nice hit by Young.
And that was on a 2-strike pitch also.
Love the confidence he has in himself to go for it and to hit it hard, not just try to go for contact.
43, Raphael Rogers.
Now it's Raphael Rogers. He squares the bunt and he fouls it back over the net. Actually, hits the press box too. So and it'll roll in the stand. So 0-1 now to Rogers.
I really gotta need to know the formula for Lehigh bunting. I'm flummoxed by it so far today.
Here's the 0-1, and that's gonna be on the inside corner 1-2 or 0-2.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
And Rogers, I don't think liked that one either. So 0-2 now to him. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's gonna be low 1-2.
Yeah, but I feel like you can only complain about pitches like if you're not a first year. I feel like there's got to be some unwritten rule in college baseball about that.
1-2 now to Rogers. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be a ground ball foul to the backstop. And it remains 1-2. So it's the bottom half of the innings have been taking a lot longer than the top half. It just, regardless of how many hits there have been, Lehman works at a much quicker pace than Bryan has.
I mean, different formulas for the same success.
1-2, and that's way high. 2-2, almost hit Rogers in the head there.
Almost hit the bat. Probably the worst way to go down.
2-2 now to Rogers. Quinn is on deck for the Mountain Hawks. Here's the pitch to him. And that'll be a pop-up on the infield. Well, it will stay in fair territory, and the second baseman Alex Sandell will sail under it to make the catch. And now on the bottom of the fifth, but not before the damage is done, as the young gun Tyler Young gets to Mount Alex on the board to tie the game at 1 as we head to the top of the sixth. Again, tied at 1. Welcome back, Tyler. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 ball game after a Tyler Young solo shot to left center field, and Lehman back on the mound for the Mountain Hawks as the leadoff man Braden Connors for Holy Cross will step up 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be on the inside corner 0-1.
Nice confident start from Lehman to start this inning. Not having a huge success on the inside pitches, but goes down that time.
0-1 now. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be the dirt 1-1.
No. Complete opposite of where he just put that last pitch.
Lehman blows on his hand, gets set. Here's the pitch, and that's high 2-1. And previously, Lehman, when the pitch clock first got implemented, he was one of the few that was actually in favor of it at first. He likes the fast pace of it. And that pitch is way outside 3-1.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. He's a younger pitcher, and I think in general, younger guys are more in favor of it, more likely to go quicker.
Here's a pitch from Lehman, and that's a ground ball foul into the Holy Cross dugout. Full count 3-2.
See what he goes back to. He, of course, got that first strike on an inside pitch. He's had some success on down low fastballs. Not a huge amount on the off speeds.
3-2. And that's a swing and a miss, way behind on an off-speed pitch there to get the first out here in the top of the sixth. A nice job by Lehman being able to claw his way back in the count.
For sure, and again, he's pitched quite a good game. I could talk about the hard hitting, but I don't think his pitching has necessarily been to blame. I think Holy Cross just did a good job locating, but that time he gets a strikeout.
Now Balargian up for Holy Cross, and that first pitch is high 1-0.
Lehman a little frustrated there. I'm not sure if he's frustrated with the call or just himself, but I think he thought he was going to get a strike there.
He certainly has a lot of energy when he's out on the mound. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be a line drive into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Belligeron, he's going to second. Throw will be in, and it'll be not in time as Belligeron slides in with a double.
Yeah, Lee had a chance there to get him out because Belligeron kind of had a stumble as his shin pad fell off, but I don't think the throw from Cole was in time. I think he was a little bit labored there.
Now I'll bring up Jack Toomey.
Not sure who the ump was saying. You got it. Oh, having a little meeting on the mound right now.
Yeah, meeting on the mound here. I'd find hard to imagine that they would pull Lehman here, just because of how well he's been pitching, and now it is Pat Knight. It's interesting because usually even with pitching change, Pat Knight still is the one that makes a change, which is quite uncharacteristic for most baseball teams. It's always the manager or the head coach that makes it.
Yeah, I think the only reason they would be doing a change here if it was premeditated before the inning, that he was just on a short leash. There doesn't seem to be too much activity in the dugout. A little bit of lazy catch. Yeah, Lehman will stay in the game. I think that makes sense.
Some activity in the bullpen now. Warming up for the Mountain Hawks is I mean, yeah, that can't be right. I was about to say it's Don Patrizzi warming up for the Mountain Hawks, but I would highly doubt he'd be the one coming in to pitch.
Yeah, he looks more like he's playing catch, not warming up.
And another meeting that's going to be between the head coach number 18, Jack Toomey.
The way Patrizzi's warming up, though, would make me believe he might still come to the game at this time, because he's now doing a little bit more active workouts, but doesn't actually look like pitching.
And a long conversation there, and now Toomey will step in the box. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a ground out.
You know, that meeting makes sense because this is a prime opportunity for Holy Cross here. Bit of a touch situation for Lehman.
Here's the first pitch from Lehman. That's going to be a line drive in left field, but Hubbard coming in and makes the catch for the second out. So first pitch swinging there was Toomey. It looked like he was ready for it, but just got off the end of the bat, and that'll be the second out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, it was a pretty good hit, and I imagine that was what the meeting was about. They must have had some kind of premonition, but good play by Hubbard. He's had a couple, you can call them easy outs, but I'm not sure any out is really easy, especially when you're a first year.
Now I'll bring up Alex Sandell for the Crusaders, who's one for 2 today with their only RBI. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be low in the dirt, 1-0.
Yeah, I got away from Lehman a bit there, but I think if he can get out of this inning, all is well.
1-0 out of Sandell. Looks back, Belliger at second. Here's the pitch, and that's who ground ball short. Young gloves it. He'll fire to first in time, and Lehman able to work around a 1-out double to complete to complete a 6-inning 1-run start. And we'll see if he comes back out for the 7th, but if he doesn't, then that's one heck of a start for him. That's fine. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner scramble head, the bottom of the 6th in a 1-1 ball game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On the 6th Lehigh up 1-1 in this Patriot League matchup, and Cole Lehman and Alex Bryan have both been having fantastic starts today, and pretty quick moving game so far. As we're already through 5.5 innings, and it's only 4:26.
Number 29, Aiden Quinn.
So Aiden Quinn, he got a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2 today. First pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be a ground ball, a chopper in between Bryant and the catcher. His sort of first is in time. Nice play by him. And a quick first out here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Quinn was gunning for that one. Almost made it in time. Quick note to be interested in that both of these starting pitchers have at least come out for the 6th inning. I'm sure Bryant wants to complete this inning a little bit longer than some of the other pitchers we've seen this year.
Now I'll bring up Justin Butler, who's 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside 1-0. And didn't look like it didn't look even interested, even if that was a strike.
Yeah, I don't think so. Good patience, though. Hopefully he can continue some momentum, maybe hit this one a little bit farther.
Here's the pitch to Butler, and that's going to be high 2-0.
Pretty good eye from Butler. I think he was interested in swinging, but good patience.
2-0 now to Butler. Bryant gets his sign. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be high 3-0. And so far, as shaky as Bryant's been today, he has not allowed to walk. 3-0 now to Butler. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be on the inside corner, 3-1.
Ooh, that was close. Didn't look totally strike-ish to me that time, but still got a couple more runs at it, Butler.
3-1. Here's the pitch to Butler, and that's going to be a high fly ball deep into the left field. Back it goes, and it is a fair ball. Home run. Call the Butler. Justin Butler gives the Maddox the lead on a solo shot.
Oh, he's fired up. He looked super composed that whole at-bat. Looked like he didn't have a care in the world, and he just blasted that thing, ripped the leather off of it. I think he had a little bit of plan knowing what pitches were going to be thrown, and it gives Mount Hawks a huge lead right now.
And a big celebration in the Mount Hawk dugout as the Mount Hawks had their first lead of the day. After struggling to throw a scoring position, they've hit 2 solo shots, and now bring up Andrew Noon. That first pitch to him is in there for a called strike on 1.
Interesting that wasn't even a meeting with Brian after that home run. I mean, he's gone pretty far so far. See if he completes the inning.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low ball 1. And I don't see any activity in the Holy Cross bullpen as of yet. Here's the 1-1 at Noon. And that's going to be there for a called strike 1 and 2.
A lot of patience right now from the Lehigh hitters. Thought he could have swung at that one. We'll see if we get a similar result to the last at-bat with the patience.
1 and 2. Here's the pitch to Noon. And that's going to pop up on the infield. And now I'll go right to the second baseman, Alex. Actually, the right fielder comes in. And Jock Toomey to make the catch for the second out here on the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, I thought he actually had a pretty good hack at that one. Just got under it a bit.
Number 4, Andrew Cole.
Now bring up Andrew Cole for the Mountain Hawks, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that's foul back on 1.
So not a lot of patience with Cole there, swinging right at the first pitch.
Come on, Andrew.
0-1 now to Cole. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a 0-2 on off-speed pitch there.
Yeah, Cole got definitely fooled by that one. You could tell that was off-speed from the minute he left his glove, and nowhere near it.
0-2 now to Cole. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball third. And that'll be foul, though. Just foul.
That looked good for a second. Thought Cole was going to have a pretty good jump on that one. Again, it looked like it was a hittable ball, but just didn't really get any power behind it.
And now, and again, count remains 0-2 to Cole. And on deck will be Braden Hubbard for the Mountain Hawks.
Cole swung first 3 pitches here. We'll see if he has a little bit more patience like the first 2 hitters in this inning, or previous 2.
Here's the 0-2, and that's going to be outside 1 and 2.
But again, though, Cole looked interested in it. He didn't swing, but definitely aggressive right now.
Here's the 1-2 now, and that's going to be on the outside corner for a called strike 3. That'll end the bottom of the 6th, but again, not before the damage is done, as a house call for Justin Butler on a solo shot puts the Mountain Hawks on the board, gets the Mountain Hawks on the board again, and they have their first lead of the day, 2-1 as we get to the top of the 7th. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 7th, and Cole Lehman's still out there for the Mountain Hawks. As John LaFleur will step in for Holy Cross. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1.
Nice confident start for Lehman in this inning. You mentioned he's staying out there a bit longer. We'll see how long that lasts.
0-1, and that's gonna be outside. 1-1.
That pitch did not look as confident or as good as the last one.
1-1 now to LaFleur. Here's the pitch from Lehman, and that's gonna be inside. 2-1. Yeah, it takes a big deep breath just behind the pitcher's mound there.
It's not really seeing any activity in the bullpen though.
Here's a 2-1, and that's gonna be high. 3-1, and after throwing a first pitch strike, now behind 3-1 to LaFleur.
Lehman kind of looks like right now he really wants to yell at something. Not like mad, he just really wants to get some emotions out there.
Here's the pitch to LaFleur again, and that's be a swing and a miss. A little bit of a half swing there to bring the count to 3-2.
Yeah, that swing looked a little like haphazard or like he didn't really want to swing. I don't know, but strikes all the same for Lehman.
3-2. Here's a pitch from Lehman. That's a ground ball to short. Young gloves it, fires, and a nice pick by Butler at first to get the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that throw from Young just looked a little weird. He looked a little lackadaisical coming to the ball, and then he kind of seemed to rush the actual throw. Kind of the inverse of what you want to see.
Now that'll bring up Brendan Jones for the Crusaders, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. Here's the first pitch from Lehman, and that'll be on the inside corner. 0-1.
Crusaders number 8, Brendan Jones.
So again, Lehman starts the at-bat with a strike.
Here's the 0-1, and that's being the dirt. 1-1.
And then again, same as last at-bat, he goes outside low and he misses.
1-1 from Lehman.
We're following the pattern. This one should be a ball high, I believe.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. 1-2.
My premonition powers failed me.
Good for the Hawks, though. Here's the 1-2 from Lehman. Now be well in front of the plate. 2-2 now.
I feel like there should be a name for that kind of pitch, because let's just pretend it's deliberate and it's just like a psych out, trying to trick the Holy Cross players.
2-2 now. Here's the windup and the pitch from Lehman. Now be just high. 3-2. That'll be another full count.
Lehman wanted that one. It looked good for a second. I think it just rose on him just a tad bit, a little bit wide as well.
3-2 now to Jones. Here's the pitch from Lehman. Now be inside ball 4, and after falling behind 1-2, Brendan Jones able to draw a walk.
Lehman definitely frustrated, and his catcher will come out and talk to him. Again, is there a little bit going on the bullpen maybe now? Some warm-ups, maybe not. I don't think really full-scale throwing yet. And, of course, coaches aren't coming out and talk to Lehman. So just needs a little bit of pep talk, a little bit of emotions out, calming down. He's still got control of this inning. He can't let the just walking one man get to him.
Now that'll bring up Jimmy King for the Crusaders, who's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Jones will take his lead off first. Here's a pitch from Lehman. That's going to be way high, 1-0.
It's worth noting Lehman's only walked 18 batters coming into this game, so a little bit of surprising he's walked 2 in just this one. So I'm sure he's just a little off-centered right now.
Throw back to first is not in time.
Lehman, again, he's just got to settle down a little bit here. He's still in control. He just kind of lost a few pitches last at-bat.
Here's the 1-0. And that'll be in there for a called strike. 1-1.
He needed that one. Definitely seen that called a ball by this umpire today, but good start.
1-1 now to King. Lehman looks Jones back at first. Throws back to first, and it's not in time again.
Yeah, Jones definitely taking a bit of a lead, but definitely playing a little bit conservative in terms of where he's leaning and where his weight is shifting around.
Jones again taking another big lead. Here's a pitch from Lehman. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
Nice job by Lehman to get himself back in favor in this pitch count. Hopefully he can get rid of this batter in this next pitch.
And it looks like the umpire is going to reset the pitch clock.
Looks like we're good now.
1-2 now to King. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball short. This could be 2. Young to second for 1. Rogers to first. In time. Oh no! Lehman almost got out of the inning, but the first base umpire Curtis Dugar ruled that King beat it out.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That definitely looked like he was not in time in terms of getting to the bag. Looks like everyone in Lehigh thought that was an out. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them, though.
And now that'll bring up Connor Cooney.
Lehman just got to take a minute to compose himself after thinking he got out of the inning.
Throw back to first, and King is back in there safely.
You know, I don't hate that. It gives Lehman a little bit more time to calm himself down.
Here, first pitch to Cooney, and that's gonna be way high, 1-0. Wondering if there's a little bit of an emotional decompression after he thought he got out of the inning, but first base umpire ruled that King beat it out.
Yeah, you can see it on his facial expressions that he's a little done with this inning.
And that's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. A nice fastball right there.
Yeah, a little risky of a pitch, but again, I like the confidence in terms of painting the outside corner.
1-1. Here, throw back to first, again not in time, and again, King taking a decent-sized lead out there.
For sure, King looking like he's interested in stealing second, but getting back to first very easily.
1-1 now. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be high, 1-2, 2-1.
Yeah, it almost looked like Lehman didn't know what pitch he was throwing because it really wasn't thrown that hard, but there wasn't a whole lot of movement on it either.
Maybe he lost his grip. 2-1 now to Cooney. Again, King taking another big lead. Here's the pitch, and that's being fouled back, 2-2.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised King isn't even going for it because Holy Cross was successful in their last steal attempt, but he just keeps taking a larger and larger lead and seems to not even be interested in stealing.
2-2 now to Cooney. Here's the pitch. King goes, swing and a miss, and that'll be a third out of the top of the 7th. What a day for Cole Lehman. You can't ask for anything better than that. As the Mountain Hawks, again, work around a walk as we will stretch here at J. David Walker Field. Lehigh up 2-1 as we go in the bottom of the 7th. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th, Lehigh up 2-1 after a stellar start from Lehman and two solo shots each by Butler and Young. As we'll have a pinch hitter for Brandon Hubbard, and that'll be in number 22, Andrew Knoll, the senior catcher.
interesting seeing the catcher come in for the Hubbard, who's been playing left field today.
Number 22, Andrew Knoll.
First pitch to Knoll will be in there for a called strike on 1. Bryant again still out there. No changes as yet for Holy Cross. Here's the 0-1 to Knoll, and that's going to be there for a called strike on 2. 2 fastballs, 2 strikes.
A little disappointed to see Hubbard out of the game. He's had a pretty nice defensive game.
0-2. And that's going to be a called strike. Wow, a called strike 3 on a pitch that looked low and outside.
I'm not really sure where the strike zone was that time. It was definitely far outside and low.
Quite liberal with the outside part of the zone there, to say the least. Eesh. So that'll be the first out of the bottom of the 7th on a called strike 3. Here's the pitch to Whitlinger, and that's going to be in the dirt 1-0. I'm still bewilderment about how that pitch was a called strike.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that gets called a strike for any other situation, but you know, you can take it all.
Oh no, Whitlinger, and that hits him. And he is now crouching over as he got hit on the wrist, I believe.
Yeah, he got hit good.
Yeah, so looks like he's just gonna walk over and see the trainer. And I'm sure they're probably gonna stretch it out a little bit, because that did not look like it was fun at all.
Well, I'm sure Whitlinger will be telling the trainer that he'll come out after he gets to run on the bases a little bit, because he is one of Lehigh's best base runners, and I'm sure he's trying to convince the trainer that he doesn't need his wrist to run.
And actually, so let's see. And now it looks like we actually have a pinch hitter for the Mountain Hawks, for Rafe Parrish.
Wow, that's surprising.
I don't know, maybe an injury, yeah, it's gotta be an injury, because like there's no way that you would pull Parrish at this point in the game, right?
Especially, I mean, he's been great against Bryant, and he's one of your few lefties in the lineup. So this is very surprising.
Now I'll bring up Sam Holtz for the Mountain Hawks. Throw back to first, and Whitlinger gets back in there.
And the third baseman for Holy Cross is coming up quite a bit. I'm not sure if he's expecting a bunt or something, but he definitely seems prepared for it.
Here's another throw back to first, and get Whitlinger back in there safely.
I don't know if Holy Cross is expecting a bunt and steal, because that's what they've been looking at right now. Is they've been throwing it back to first, and they've been pinching up a little bit.
And another throw back to first, and again Whitlinger back in there safely.
Kind of feel like Brian and Lehman sometimes just throw it back to first for fun. Like they're not really looking to get him out even.
Yeah, again, Brian's been pretty paranoid in terms of keeping people on base. Here's the first pitch, and that's gonna be a swing and a miss from Holtz on 1.
Yeah, Whitlinger smartly did not go. The catcher had a nice pop time.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, if I'm a betting man here, I would bet that Brian throws back to first again here.
We'll see.
And he throws back to first.
There's got to be a limit on how many times you can do that.
There's disengages, but I believe that's only when you step off. It doesn't count when you throw back to first. At the MLB level it counts like that, but not here. Here's the 0-1. That's gonna be the dirt 1-1.
Sam Holtz wasn't really interested in that one. It's worth noting the third baseman is backed off again, and there seems to be more movement in the Lehigh dugout. Not sure about Holy Cross.
And 1-1 now to Holtz. Whitlinger getting a big lead off of first. He goes. Here's the pitch, and that's high, and that actually hits Holtz.
Oh.
And that's the second pitch in a row for Alex Bryant. And I'll put runners on first and second with 1 out.
Yeah, no meeting on the mound. Angles are kind of tough, but I don't think there's any movement in the bullpen. It's hard to imagine. Nope. Now there's a meeting. Now the coach comes out.
And actually they don't even list the pitching coach on here, so on our roster sheet, so I really don't know who it is out there right now. I'll take a guess. It's Michael Slattery, or it's either Michael Slattery or Sam Tinkham. Unfortunately, don't have I can't see the number on the code. I can't see the number, so I don't know who it is.
Having a pretty lengthy conversation out there. And Bryant will stay in.
And that's the third meeting that Holy Cross has burned today. And I'll bring up Tyler Young, who already has a home run today, and he was 2 for 3.
Hey, the best time as ever to really stretch out this advantage for Lehigh with 2 runners on, and Young, who's been hot, as you mentioned. See if Bryant stays paranoid with Whitlinger going last time.
Here's Brian looks back the runner at second. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be outside 1-0.
Bryant had a good long look at Whitlinger. I don't think he was going to throw, as the second baseman was nowhere near second, but definitely something. I mean, we mentioned Bryant's paranoia, and I think he's going to stay with it.
1-0 now to Young. Brian looks at Whitlinger at second. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be on the outside corner, 1-1.
Young did not like that call. I think I mean, I'm not sure I like it either, but definitely could have been called a ball.
1-1 now to Young. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be the dirt, 2-1. And Bryant, after not walking or hitting anyone in any prior innings, already has 2 hit-by pitches, and now it looks like there's some activity in the Holy Cross bullpen.
Yeah, kind of surprising it took him this long, as Bryant's been seeming to struggle with control for a little bit now.
2-1 now to Young. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and that's going to be on the outside corner, 2-2.
Young seems a little disgruntled by those 2 outside pitches called strikes at his at-bat. Definitely could have been at first by now.
Yeah, it's outside part of the zone's been a little bit inconsistent today. 2-2 now. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and he throws back, and now Whitlinger's caught. But a bad throw to third allows him to get back to second.
A little bit of a heart racer right there, because for a second I thought Whitlinger was actually going to get to third, because Bryant seemed determined to throw to second, but thankfully Bryant messed up his throw to third, and Whitlinger stays alive.
So we'll call it an unofficial error. 2-2 now to Young. Here's the pitch. And that's a chopper back to Bryant. He'll throw to first, and it does it. And the first baseman able to stay on the bag. Wow, a great play by Balarhian at first base to prevent a bases loaded situation for Holy Cross, and that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, not totally sure what part of him stayed on the first base bag. He looked to be completely off by the time he caught it. So Lehigh might feel hard done by 2 decisions at first base, 1 in this inning and 1 in the top of it. But still a good opportunity for Lehigh to extend their lead.
Now bring up Rafael Rogers, who's 0 for 3 today. Here's the first pitch to him, and that's going to be outside 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, that pitch looked a lot like the 2 pitches Young faced that were called strikes.
1-0 now to 1-0 now to Rogers. Let's see if the freshman come up large. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be way high, 2-0.
Could have been 3 hit-by pitches in an inning. It's got to be some kind of record.
And on deck will be Aiden Quinn, who's 1 for 3 today.
Rogers looks locked in. Hopefully he can knock at least one guy home.
Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be a line drive caught by the second baseman, Alex Sandell, and he robs the Mountain Hawks with 2 runs. So Rogers able to get some hard contact there, but Sandell robs him on a leaping grab. So that'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. No runs, 2 hit by pitches, 2 runners off strand will head to the top of the 8th. Lehigh leading 2-1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 8th inning. Cole Lehman once again back out there, and as Lehigh leads 2-1. And I'll bring up number. Actually, I'll bring up a pinch hitter in number 10, Colin Brown, the freshman catcher. Here's the first pitch from Lehman. That's gonna be in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 10, Colin Brown.
Yeah, another strong, confident start from Lehman going to his fastball.
Here's the 0-1, and that's gonna be a ground ball short. Young gloves it. He'll fire to first in time for the first out here at the top of the 8th.
Sun's starting to shift in his movement. We'll see if that affects anyone. I don't think it should. It's shining in the opposite direction. Which makes it hard for us to see.
And that'll bring up Brandon Connors again, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the first pitch. That's to be on the outside corner, 0-1.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 4, Braden Connors.
That was a nice location that time by Lehman to paint the outside.
0-1 from Lehman. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball foul. I think he fouled off himself, actually. In fact, he probably fouled off his foot. So that'll bring the count to 0-2.
Looking a little gingerly there. I thought for a second that was going to stay fair, and Noon would have a chance to get the out.
So 0-2 now to Connors again, as he looks like he's stretching out his foot a little bit there.
Yeah, that's when you can't really stretch out. Just kind of, it's going to bruise probably pretty badly for him, though.
Now some heavy activity in the bullpen for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, at least 3 guys warming up. I see Tyler Thompson definitely warming up. That makes sense.
Here's the 0-2 now. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Noon will fire to first to complete the strikeout. And now 2 outs here in the top of the 8th.
Don't really need to go to the bullpen if you just keep getting outs.
And that'll bring up Chris Ballarhian, who is currently 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout. Ballarhian, his first pitch, that's going to be at the knees for a called strike, 0-1.
Lehman still going quickly, which may be surprising with how far he's pitched into this game, but it's been working.
0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be just inside, 1-1.
Yeah, nice attempt though, because that pitch has worked quite often for Lehman, going for the fastball inside, just misses it a little bit.
1-1 now to Ballarhian. Here's the pitch, and that's way outside, 2-1. And Lehman had to walk off the mound after that one.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of released it outside of his normal pitching motion, so it kind of got away from him.
So it looks like, well, let's see if this is his last inning. Here's a 2-1 now to Ballarhian. That's way high, 3-1. On deck will be Jack Toomey, who is 1 for 3 today with a double and with a double. 3-1 to Ballarhian. Here's the pitch from Lehman, and that's going to be on the outside corner, 3-2 full counts.
Yeah, he needed that one. I'm pretty sure he would have been pulled if that one didn't find its mark.
I don't know. I wouldn't pull him with the way he's rolling right now. 3-2 now. Crowd onto their feet. 3-2 now. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul.
Yeah, Lehman got away with that one there. It looked way too inside to be swung at. But he just needs one more pitch to get himself into the 9th inning.
3-2, 2 outs. Ballarhian steps back in. Here's the pitch from Lehman. And that's a line drive into center, and Whitlinger will not be able to get, and that'll fall for a base hit. And he boots the ball, and going to second now is Ballarhian. And that throw will be not in time, and now the Crusaders with a little 2-out thunder as Ballarhian with his, I don't know if I'll call it a double. I'm going to say it's a single and then an error on Whitlinger to allow him to get to second.
Yeah.
So I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's kind of the second time I've seen Lehigh's outfielders kind of look like they have a chance to get a guy out at second, but they fumble it, and they take too long gathering the ball, and now all of a sudden all the momentum is with Holy Cross.
And I'll bring up Jack Toomey for the Crusaders. And Lehman, and actually they're gonna walk him to get to Sandell. So intentional walk here, and Another visit from Pat Knight, and I'm wondering if they're gonna pull Lehman here. I'm conflicted over this. With the way he's in pitching today, I don't really know how you do that.
Yeah, I'm more just confused by the letting Toomey get on base, because you're giving them their cleanup hitter in Sandell up. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like Lehman's leaving, but kind of two decisions I don't wholeheartedly agree with from Lehigh.
And so it looks like Lehman is not actually.
No, Lehman's done.
Yeah, no, yeah, he hasn't actually stepped off the mound yet, but now, yeah, he's coming out, and this is a great start for Cole Lehman. His line is not closed yet, but a fantastic start for him as he comes out with two runners on base with 2 outs, and now coming will be number 32, Marcus Danchinson, as he is tasked with trying to with cleaning up and getting the final out without any damage allowed.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think this is I feel like they're forcing themselves into a jam. Lehman had that inning, and I think that it seems just a little rushed from Lehigh to pull him out of the game, and a little bit of like they wanted to, so they're just doing it. I would have loved to have a little more confidence in their young pitcher who's pitched a great game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I not like it either. I think he's earned the right to stay in this game and see it through, especially the way he's been pitching. He'd only given up 4 hits all day, and he's been able to. He's got to some swings and misses in these last few innings, and and you're going to a bullpen which as we know has been shaky for the vast majority of the year.
Yeah, and I mean, Danchison's been one of the most gone to of the bullpen pitchers for Lehigh. He's actually got a 2-2 record and a 2.22 ERA. He's given up 12 earned runs in total and has given up an opposing batting average of 198. So he's certainly one of the prime options for Lehigh. He's got 4 games saved in 14 appearances, looking to add another save to that total today, as he would only have to record 4 outs to get the save.
And before we resume play, I would just like to say that Jackson did a great job interviewing men's basketball coach Brent Reed the other day, and it's been and the video has been uploaded to YouTube. I don't know when it's coming out, but it'll be coming out fairly soon.
Yeah, Coach Reed was great in that interview. Totally awesome guy to work with. Hope everyone goes and watches that video. See a lot of great thoughts of Coach Reed on the season, on college basketball, transfer portal, and some throwbacks to some of his previous days at Lehigh.
Now I'll bring up Alex Sandell for the Crusaders. 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 groundouts. Again, their only RBI so far.
It's worth noting, Danchinson has the most innings pitched of any Lehigh player.
And the ball gets away from Noon. That's going to allow the runners to advance to second and third. A big wild pitch there from Danchinson to start off, and a hit now would give the Crusaders the lead.
Yeah, and again, don't like that decision to pull Lehman and to intentionally walk the batter, but I Lehigh's dug themselves their own hole in pretty much the last 3 minutes.
So 1-0 now to Sandell. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be, did he swing? No, it's going to be low, 2-0.
I thought he swung at that one, but first base ump has not been supremely kind to Lehigh in this ballgame.
No, he is not. So 2-0 now to Sandell, and Danchinson's struggling a little bit with control. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be on the inside corner, 2-1.
That one was close. He needed that one. Just 2 more of those pitches, and he should get out of this. Healthy lead at third for Holy Cross.
2-1 now. Here's the pitch of Sandell, and that's going to be a big swing and a miss, 2-2.
Yeah, I do not know what he was swinging at that time. And the situation did not call for that big of a swing.
2-2 now. 2-2 now. Sandell.
Pretty much nobody for Lehigh in that middle infield, wide open.
Crowd getting loud. Danchinson gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Remains 2-2.
once again, went to the inside that time. Holy Cross actually been able to find the pitch pretty well. We'll see what Dangerson wires up here. I have to believe he'll go fastball again just to be, safe, I guess, but I don't even know.
2-2 now. Dangerson again gets his sign. Sandell steps back in. Here's the pitch. And a line drive right at Holtz at third. And Marcus Dangerson works out of a jam.
I got to be completely honest. The sun blinded me for a second. I thought that went past Holtz at third, and we were going to see a lot different scoreline, but a little bit of fortune for Lehigh after a puzzling coaching decision to pull Lehman and to intentionally walk the batter.
And after a couple of again questionable coaching decisions that might be that could be argued, Dangerson able to get out of a jam and preserve the lead for the Mountain Hawks. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Lehigh up 2-1.
Like a brain fart or something.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 8th inning. Lehigh up 2-1 after Marcus Dangerson able to work out of a jam, and the line is officially closed for Lehman. And Lehman pitched 7 2/3 and picked up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts in today's game. So arguably one of Lehman's best starts of the year and a fantastic start for the young sophomore.
Well, and he keeps his ratio alive. Like I said at the start of the broadcast, he had 9 appearances, 9 earned runs, so he keeps it with 10. 10 appearances, 10 earned runs, which is quite a season for the young man. If you can keep those runs that low, you're going to keep getting playing time.
So now I'll bring up Aiden Quinn from the Mountain Hawks again, who's 1 for 3, and Bryant's still.
No, he's out.
Yeah, about to say, actually, yeah, no, I read the number wrong. That's be Riley Davis for the Crusaders, the senior right-hander and now.
No, I think it's Nick Harnish, actually, the freshman.
I'm sorry, yes, it is Nick Harnish. Yeah, I'm reading the wrong stat sheet. That Riley Davis is actually in there for college strike anyways. Yeah, but you're right. It's Nick Harnish, the freshman right-handed pitcher. 0-1 now to Quinn. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a pop foul, 0-2. And the sun's really starting to shine on our eyes right now at this point.
And that pop-up foul ball broke a tree branch. Someone's kind of got it.
0-2 now to Quinn. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a line drive in the right center field, and that ball will get down. And it'll roll the wall. Quinn heading to second, and he will stop there. And a leadoff double for the designated hitter, and the Mountain Hawks running scoring position, no outs, and a chance to extend the lead.
Yeah, Aiden Quinn's had a good game, so he's leaving for Don Patrizi to pinch run. It's a little disappointing for Quinn. Nice game for him. Nice game for the young man. Kind of needed it. And now we have Butler. Hopefully can get maybe another homer. Seems like it's been his day.
Butler now 2 for 3 today with a home run and a single.
Also might just be maybe Lehigh just can't hit with runners in scoring position. Maybe they're better with no one on.
And in today's game, the ball's been flying today.
Most definitely.
Quinn I did not realize hit the ball that hard. Here's the first pitch to Butler, and that's going to be in the dirt, 1-0.
Yeah, on that last hit, I was motioning for it to get down. Maybe I should have motioning for it to get up. It almost left the ballpark.
Yeah, no, I got down the warning track actually in right center field, which is that's one of the deepest parts of the ballpark for here at Walker Field. Here's the 1-0, and that pitch is going to be on the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, I think Butler wrote that one off when he should not have. He could have got a lot of contact on that.
1-1 out of Butler. Harnich gets a sign. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside 2-1.
Yeah, again, the outside part of the plate's been called very inconsistently by this ump. He's definitely called that pitch a strike so far today.
2-1 out to Butler. Harnich gets his sign. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be the dirt 3-1. And on deck will be Andrew Noon, who's 1 for 3 today.
Good situation for Butler, 3-1. I think he was 3-1 when he hit his homer.
Let's see if it's a similar result. 3-1 out of Butler. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball to short. Patriot gets back to second, and Butler will be out at first.
Yeah, again, I'd love to see these Lehigh base runners at second be a little bit more aggressive. I know you want to play it safe and don't want to get turned two, but even if it's just a little dance off a second.
Now bring up Andrew Noon, who's 1 for 3 today. And also, to your point, Leary put him on as a pinch runner, so I would have expected him to be a little aggressive there in that situation.
Especially when you only have 0 outs, you would still be alive afterwards.
Chopper to third, slow roller, throw to first is there in plenty of time. Patrizzi advances to third, and that'll be the second out here at the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, at least he went that time.
Jones able to throw Noon out first, and that'll bring up Andrew Cole for the Mount Hawks, who's been having a nice day so far. 1 for 3 with a double.
Yeah, Cole's got 25 RBIs on the season, so he especially started the year quite hot. So we'll see if he can get it going again and maybe knock in another run.
Here's the pitch from Harnich, and that's going to be a ground ball down the left field line, fair. And Cole will going for second, and he will get in there sliding. An RBI double for the junior, and the Mount Hawks go up 3-1.
Oh, and no, never mind. No, yeah, but that looked just a little too easy for Cole. This looked really natural. Got the pitch he wanted, got the pitch he was expecting, and snaked it down the third base line. You know, Rafe Perrick made a similarly great play on a hit just like it. No dice for Holy Cross that time though.
Now batting for the Mountain Hawks, number
Not bring up Riley Davis. Harnich gets a sign again. Here's the first pitch to Davis, and that's going to be in there for a called strike on 1. And that's a big insurance run for the Mountain Hawks right there. That's actually the first hit they've had today. Actually, no, correction. That's the second hit they've had today with a runner in scoring position. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be on the outside corner 0-2.
Are you sure it's their second? I thought I'd seen that on their first.
New got an infield hit in a previous inning, which allowed, which I forget the runner was at second, but it did allow him to advance. Here's the 0-2, and that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. So good morning, good afternoon, good night from Harnich, but the damage is done after an RBI double by Andrew Cole to extend the Mount Hawk lead to 3-1. Home stretch, everyone. Mount Hawks going to the top of the 9th, 3-1. You don't want to miss this inning. We sure won't. We are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lehigh up 3-1 going to the top of the ninth. Marcus Dangerson remains out of the mound for the Mountain Hawks as he looks to pick up another save and secure a win in this opener between Lehigh and Holy Cross.
Dangerson struggled at first, but he settled in last inning.
That's a strike right down the middle, 0-1 to John LaFleur, who is currently 0 for 3 today with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
It's great to watch the different ways pitchers approach the game. Danderson so much more relaxed, free-flowing compared to Lehman.
And that'll be outside 1-1.
The Lehigh crowd certainly did not like that call, but I think it was I think it was actually fair that time.
1-1 now to LaFleur. Here's a pitch from Dangerson. That's going to be a fly ball on the left. Davis going back on it, post under it, and make the catch for the first out here in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, ball's been hit there a couple times. First 3 times it was to Hubbard while he was in the game, but Davis pretty easily collects it as well.
Yeah, again, Walker Field is not the easiest place to hit a home run. And it looks like Curtis Stugar is calling the umpires for some reason. And now there's a conversation. And now there's something going. And now Holy Cross was shouting something at the umpire. And now both benches have been warned. Not sure for what though.
Yeah, me neither. Not sure if it's balls and strikes or celebrations or something.
I don't. Something might have happened after that flat that we didn't see.
Yeah.
That first pitch is in there for a called strike 0-1. And up now is Brennan Jones, who's over 2 with 2 flyouts and a walk.
I have to imagine it was the Lehigh bench saying something to the Holy Cross player who flew out.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Yeah, it was a great pitch by Dangerson. Totally got him swinging. But yeah, I have to imagine Lehigh bench said something to the Holy Cross players, and that made him say something back, and so the ump just thought it was best to warn both.
0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night from Marcus Dangerson.
Oh, that was a sweet pitch. He went with the off-speed the last time, kind of pretty much still down the middle, but that time totally flummoxed right to the down outside corner, and the Holy Cross player totally missed the pitch.
That ball just disappeared, and now Dangerson 1 out away from giving Lehigh a win this opener between Holy Cross. Here's a pitch. That's in there for a called strike 0-1, and up now is Jimmy King. Over 3 today. 0-1 to King. Here's Dangerson gets set. Here's the pitch. Now it'll be just low 1-1.
That one looked good. That one looked good.
Dangerson firing in strikes.
Just gotta stay loose. Stay loose.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back with the middle of Rogers. This could do it. He fires to first in time. What a win for the Mountain Hawks today as they win by a final score of 3-1. Colian picks up the win. Marcus Dangerson gets the save. And what a showing for the Mountain Hawks today in this home opener between Holy Cross. And what a start from Cole Lehman today.
Yeah, I mean, Lehman gave up 1 run in the first, and you're thinking it's going to be one of those days, and he just settled right back in, got a lot of outs, got a lot of strikeouts, and then Dangerson, after a little struggles at first, completely cleaned it up and gets a well-deserved save, especially in that 9th inning. It just seemed to be nothing could touch him. No bat was going to touch any of his balls. But Cole Lehman as well deserves a huge shout-out, as well as the pitching from Holy Cross from Brian, who had a great game. But overall, good win for Lehigh. A couple home runs to get them going, and then an RBI single in the 8th inning to finish them off as Dangerson and Lehman get well-deserved results.
And we'll be having a post-game interview with today's starting pitcher Cole Lehman, who is fantastic in today's game. 7 2/3, again 8 strikeouts and only 1 walk. Again, exactly what the Mountain Hawks needed today.
Yeah, and I mean, Lehman deserves all the laurels he's going to get post-game. You could see watching his body language throughout the game. He really wanted this one today. I think he wanted to prove to the bench, to the fans, and the opposing teams today that he had it in him to be this team's ace, especially with the injuries Lehigh's faced. And he really dominated. And, he just deserves full credit and a little bit of credit to Lehigh's coaching staff for trusting him and keeping him in for that long.
Yeah, and again showing faith in him, and a great job by Anderson picking up Lehman in that 8th inning where he ran into some trouble, and now Lehigh gets a huge win to stay alive in the hunt for the Patriot League playoffs, and again just a huge win. So we'll be right back with an interview with Cole Lehman. We should be back on in about a minute or two. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Jackson Cramp, and today we're here with our player of the game, starting pitcher Cole Lehman, who led the way with 8 strikeouts to give up only 1 earned run in 97 pitches. Cole, congratulations on the win today. A great game. You gave up 1 earned run in the first inning. How'd you lock back in and pretty much go shutout for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I mean, we had to walk to me at the end. That's why. Kid's a good hitter, but I don't know. I just trusted myself, trusted my defense, and just tried to keep pumping strikes.
Yeah, you definitely got a little bit of help from the friends today. What's that relationship like between you and the rest of the defense so that everyone kind of supports each other throughout the game?
Oh, it's awesome, dude. We're together all the time. And you just get to know someone, get to know their game, and you just know where they're going to be, what plays they can make, and trust it.
In terms of your opposing pitcher today, you seem to have a little bit more of a quicker tempo compared to him. Is that something that you just feels natural to you, or a little bit more deliberate to speed up the pace during your time on the mound?
No, I have no clue. I just, like, at the end, like, when I was in a groove, it was just like I just wanted to keep pitching and keep pitching. But, yeah, I had a little injury at the beginning of the year, and this was my first time back where I felt like I could control the tempo of the game. So, yeah.
No, I could definitely see it. You found that groove early, and you just kind of stuck with it. It felt like every single pitch was hard, and I think it just looked very natural.
Yep.
Watching from up here.
Yeah, that was a big kind of mindset switch this weekend. I just had to trust that, I can throw every pitch as hard as I can with as much conviction. So that's what we tried to do.
Now, there seemed to be a little bit of a period in the 7th and 8th inning where it almost felt like the inclination was to bring you out of the game. How do you feel at the coach's confidence in you to let you go that far? Is that something you guys talked about before the game, or is it just feeling natural?
We talked about it in the 7th inning. I was just like, I got you one more, and I mean, until we're at an unreasonable pitch count, I think I appreciate their trust to let me pitch, and then even more so, shout out Marcus. Yeah, crazy by him. He was big there. Yeah.
Well, Cole, thank you once again for coming on the broadcast. You were terrific today.
Thank you.
And we're really looking forward to seeing you next time you're on the mound.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Yeah.